Hello, Practical Family Community. Jenn Bryant here, and I am with Trisha Childers, who is the head of our Home on Purpose program. It's our in-house home care program, and Trisha encourages moms to simplify and embrace their home for what it is so that you can live a life on purpose and spend more quality time with your family. So Trisha has come out with a brand new product called the Guide to a Smooth School Year. What does this have to do with home care? Oh, so much. And I'll let Trisha explain it to you right now. Trisha, who is this guide for?
Thank you so much, Jenn, for having me. Yeah, so the main mission, for those of you who are new, the main mission of Home on Purpose is to make your home easier to manage, easier to live in, and easier to maintain. That's the whole goal. And so a lot of people understand that that includes some decluttering and downsizing, but they don't realize how much of it involves our habits and our routines. And quite a bit of it is also training our kids to participate a little bit more in taking care of the home that they live in. And so what I'm doing is, as I coach moms and work with moms and help them to make their lives at home easier, I keep coming across all of these different school related topics. How do I get my kids to get up out of bed in the morning and eat a healthy breakfast and get out the door on time? And by the way, not leaving a disaster in my kitchen that I later have to go and clean up, and little things like that. And so it kept coming up again and again, but I said, you know what? This is a needed topic. This is so important to any mom with school-aged kids. So whether they're little 4-year-olds in preschool or they're seniors in high school, whether you're homeschooling or you send your kids to school or some sort of hybrid mix, any school-related topic, anything that we can do to make your life at home easier so that you can be free to enjoy your life, I assembled it all into one major guide. And so there's 4 big topics and then 2 bonus topics that we cover just about every commonly problematic source of frustration that the typical mom will face.
So tell us about what those topics are so we have an idea.
Oh, absolutely. So there are 4 main topics. Start with taking control of back to school shopping. And I know that the process of shopping doesn't feel like a giant problem to a lot of women, but trust me, when you read what I have to say about it, you'll see that there are so many positive ripple effects throughout the whole school year if you do it right at the beginning. Topic 2 is delegating responsibilities to the kids. Topic 3 is building stronger daily routines, and that's not just morning, it's the afternoon also. Topic 4 is creating effective study spaces, spaces that make it easier for kids to focus on their schoolwork. And then I've got 2 bonus topics, one for homeschooling families and one for helping your kids with homework if you send them to school and they come home with homework. So as you can see, we cover everything, basically. And in each of these topics, I walk you through kind of a 2-part process. First, you reflect on how things have gone up until this point, and you start to identify the most significant sources of frustration for your particular family this particular year. And then the second little phase is, okay, what do we do about it? What are some things that we can do to maybe solve some of those problems ahead of time? And that's when I pour on all sorts of strategies and practical tips. And then I give some stories of real life women who have made the entire school year so much easier with just a little bit of intentionality up front.
So this may be the next obvious question. You released this program at the beginning of summertime, but why should we be thinking about this already?
Oh, yeah, no, I totally get that question, because when you get to the end of the school year, you're like, I'm free. We don't have to deal with getting the kids out of bed, and I don't have to help my kids with homework. They don't have homework. Or if you're a homeschooling mom, I'm free from lesson planning, scrambling to catch up. And usually at the end of the year, we're exhausted, but it's also the perfect time to reflect, because whatever you are most relieved to be free of, that's the very thing that you should be focused on fixing for next year. And I just want to clarify, because I know when I say fix the problem for next year, women go, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much work. When I see women go through this guide, they're usually very surprised at how small the changes are that they have to make. It's just a little tweak here, a tiny little bit of preparation, a little bit of practice, or just a new approach to the exact same task. You change the location, you change the order, you change the timing, you make these tiny little adjustments that don't actually take a whole lot of effort. But if you think about them over the summer without the pressures of the school year, and you kind of, I call it paving the road ahead, which is why it's the guide to a smooth school year, then you can fill in those potholes or smooth out those speed bumps or clear away those obstacles and kind of pave the road ahead so that the whole school year is so much easier. So yes, it does take a little bit of reflection, a little bit of time over the summer, but the rewards are so worth the effort.
So if you've seen anything else that Trisha has created with the Home on Purpose program, you know that she is nothing but comprehensive in what she does. She has presented options, right? We're idea people, right? So we're here to be the resource for you so that you don't have to think about absolutely everything. Now, Trisha has packed a lot of wonderful information into this guide. It's a little over 30 pages long. So what do you say to the mom who prints this out and goes, whoa, okay, how do I get through this? What is your best piece of advice for helping her to handle a guide like this?
Is the exact same advice that I actually give throughout all of Home on Purpose, because the women who come to Home on Purpose are women who are already overwhelmed and exhausted and tired of constantly running to catch up. They need to make their lives easier. And so the last thing that I want to give them is an oppressive program that demands a lot from them. And that's not what Home on Purpose is about. Basically, in the introduction to the guide, I say, start at the beginning, take a couple hours. It's actually a fairly quick read, and just read through the whole thing start to finish and soak in the information and just consider it. And as you go through the reflections, you jot down a little bit of notes. And as you go through the preparation phase, you brainstorm a few ideas, but you're not committing to do everything. You're just thinking things through. And then at the end, by the time you get to the end of that last topic, most moms already know exactly where their efforts should be focused. Okay, I've looked at everything that Trisha has to offer. I've looked at all of the different strategies and suggestions, but I know that what's really worth my time is fixing the morning routine. Or I know what's worth my time is training the kids to make their own lunches. Or what I really need to do is set up some new study spaces. And then you can focus your energy on just whatever topic is most important to you this particular year. And I know that it changes year after year. And then even within that topic, you can pick and choose. I want to do this strategy, and I think that idea will work. And I see the suggestion she had here, but I'm going to tweak it and do this to match my kids and my family. And there might only be 2 or 3 different changes that you make, and those changes might be small. And then when the school year begins, you realize, oh, hey, it worked. It does feel a little bit smoother. Things are a little bit easier. And then you might get to October and say, you know what? I think I can do more. And you get to January, or you get to the following May, and you say, I'm going to pick up this book and read through the whole thing again and see what else I can do. And so it's meant to be an ongoing process, and the reader, the mom, you get to decide how much you want to apply and in what way and to what extent, depending on what's important to your family. I've been seeing the change in the lives of women that I've been working with, namely that things are just easier. And so the problem seems to be the same with every woman that I work with, every mom that I work with especially, is that she just wants her home to be in order and things to be easy. And there might be different difficulties, like difficulties in the kitchen, or difficulties with keeping the toys in order, or difficulties just trying to keep up with stuff like laundry. And when I show her how she can make her life easier and things run more smoothly, then you kind of see her just relax a little bit. And then now she finally has the headspace and the emotional margin to do something like have a devotional with her kids, which she couldn't even think about doing before because she was constantly running to catch up with the house. And so what Home on Purpose is all about is being very intentional with our stuff and our spaces and our habits and our routines, not to make everything Pinterest perfect, but so that life is easier. So you can actually have a chance to enjoy life with your kids. So it's been fun to see some women go through, a lot of women actually go through that transformation from, oh no, I've got to spend all of my energy running to catch up, to, oh, I actually can enjoy my life with my kids.
And that's what Trisha does well, families. She helps you to take large tasks or things that seem like a lot or insurmountable, and she helps you to put them in perspective or breaks them down into simpler steps. She helps you to make easier decisions. And that's what we need, right? We all need that friend in our life who can come alongside and go, okay, let's look at it this way and let's take one piece at a time. And it's okay to make small steps, to make small decisions as you go, to feel better about where eventually you want to get to with your family life. So click the button below or the link, whatever you see below this video, and order the Guide to a Smooth School Year today. You do not want to miss this opportunity to get ahead, to get prepared. And you know what? You always have support because Trisha is right there in the Home on Purpose Facebook group. It's attached to the Practical Family main group, and you can find her right there and just go on in and ask questions. Tell us which area you're focusing on for this year, and we would love to help you and cheer you along the way.